Welcome to Tracks of the Day.
When a form of music that our children like becomes linked with ghoulish images and violent theatrics and even suicide, it demands our attention. Perhaps more to the point, the children need our attention. Hundreds of thousands of teenagers are locked onto so-called heavy metal music. Are they despairing? What are their common bonds? And as Stone Phillips asks, is there a message that may be too loud for us to hear?
What is this garbage you're watching?
I want to watch the news. Good evening. It was rock and roll turned ugly.
A rock riot in New Jersey tops the local news.
There were nearly 36 arrests and a state trooper was injured.
A post-concert fight captures the headlines. A parking lot disturbance at one arena.
Shut the fuck up. That is just a little remembrance of what it was like back in 1986 when the PMRC was trying to take us down. Look at us now. We're everywhere.
You cannot kill heavy metal. Never. You can't kill it, especially when it was undead to begin with.
Right. Welcome, demons of all shapes and sizes. Back to Tracks to the Damned, man. Fuck, it's been forever since we did this show. Unfortunately, the Defiler is off this evening, but our good friend and spooky brother, Kuro Hendricks, is with us tonight, helping me out with the Metal Report.
Thank you for having me.
Hey, absolutely, man. And this is most definitely the time as we are kicking off Satanic Saturday. You need to share this shit out. Anywhere and everywhere there is a metalhead, a metal lover. I don't give a fuck who you got to wake up. I mean, the whole family, including Graham and everyone else. Let's go ahead and get that going. All right, because we are about to have a lot of fun. But before we get into the latest and greatest in releases and news, take a quick commercial break from our brothers over at Villain Arts Tattoos. Check that shit out. That's right. You know what to do. I tell you every fucking week when Villain Arts Tattoos, the largest tattoo convention in the United States, probably the world at this point. Man, they bring you the best tattoo artists all over the country, including those from Ink Master as well. You want a high quality tattoo? They come to your city, your state, your town. Get you all asses down there. And I should be coming there very soon. So stay peeled to Reapers Underground Facebook page to find out when. this ass is going to be there. All right. Man, metal news. Now, the funny part about that video that I just happened to come across on Instagram, because I remember that 2020 report like it was fucking yesterday. I was just a kid. The Ultimate Sin had just come out. Metallica just released Master of Puppets at that point. So, yeah, you know, I mean, it was kind of an iconic point in the 80s there. And they were really hammering on Ozzy and Judas Priest.
Oh, yeah. It seemed like it always, no matter what, it always went back to Ozzy and Motorhead and Metallica. It was insane.
It's like if somebody unfortunately decided to exit the world too soon, and they just happened to have that record, or they just happened to be listening to it, you know, quite a bit. It's like, oh, it's their fault. Judas Priest, you're going down. Ozzy, get your ass in jail. You know what I'm saying? It's like, come on, man. It literally had nothing to do with metal music at all. And that's the crazy fucked up part about it all. Oh, shit. Lizzie was in kindergarten. I was in middle school. I think I was like 6th grade.
Really?
God damn.
I wasn't even born yet.
Metal will never die. Aaron here. Love you, my brothers. I'm digging up Mortimer right now. Awesome. But yeah, it's just like it's still happening today, just in different ways, because we no longer rule the airwaves, as it were. You know, MTV is gone. There's no videos being played. There's no Headbangers Ball, nothing. So I think they feel like we're not as much of a threat, but they'll sure as shit pick at a concert or try to shut it down, especially through Europe, as their rules are getting tighter over there as well. Some bands are like Marilyn Manson, for instance. He got a couple of his most recent shows. He was not allowed to play in a couple of those countries. So that's fucked up.
Yeah,
but that's how they're doing it these days. I don't know. Now, since you're kind of like from the younger generation, have you what kind of like, you know, satanic panic have you noticed, you know, in your time?
So when growing up, when, you know, because I was born in 2003, so it was like more, I mean, the heavy metal was there, but it was the beginning stages of Ghost at the time. So like there was, even though we've seen imagery and heard the songs and lyrics that might have had satanic themes, we didn't see it on a level like that. Like, and then, you know,
not new. That was in your face.
Merciful Fate and King Diamond, but you know,
yeah, they were on the hit list from the government.
They were
in the 80s, yeah.
And it's just, you know, and we had Mayhem too, but it's just, you know, Ghost, it was like in your face, you know. So it was like, oh, you don't like this? Well, we're gonna multiply it, you know, quadruple it, and just, you know, see how far we can push the limit.
Oh, most definitely. And I think what scared them is that Ghost got so popular so fast. I mean, just a huge following, and after what, two records?
Yeah, and it's just like, and I think what most people were drawn to is the look. And I remember Tobias saying that. He said you know, it was the look, and then people enjoyed the music. You know, he said, like, the first introduction I ever got to Ghost was Secular Haze, and I just remember seeing the video, and it reminded me of those, you know, older heavy metal, you know, music videos like that you would see on MTV or you would see on Headbangers Ball. It just drew me in, and I just had to see more of it.
Well, hell yeah! I mean, and it really was. I mean, first and foremost, obviously, imagery, a look is going to pull people in no matter what, because it's like, wow, this is something new, something fresh. You know, we had black metal at the time.
Yes.
The first wave of black metal was going on during then, and then I mean, King D was still doing his thing, but wasn't so much on the satanic, you know.
Yeah, even though he had the paint and you know, he had inverted crucifix, he had the Leviathan cross, but
that's the thing about the King, though. He came out and told you, yeah, I'm a fucking Satanist. I don't hate nobody. You guys just hate me, And now you have Tobias Forge, coming out during your time. And he's also like, guess what? I'm a Satanist. I cannot stand the papacy, so I'm going to fucking make fun of it. And I think that's why people really got drawn into Ghost, is because it's like, giving the church the middle finger. I mean, because you gotta realize the time he came out, and this too, is the fact that all them priests were getting caught with their altar boys and their altar girls. So sure, they loved the shit out of Ghost because of what they stood for. You know what I mean?
And that's why Tobias said he dressed, started dressing like Papa Emeritus. He said it was to just, be a mockery, he said,
the blasphemy.
He said it was just, he said dress like the Pope, he said that's who was getting in trouble.
Well, sure. I mean, who was known as the first Black Pope? Come on. Anton LaVey. We all know that. All the Christians called him the Black Pope. Yeah. Well, then we now have him years after Anton's unfortunate demise. Rest in power, sir. But, and people loved it. And it wasn't so heavy. It wasn't so over the top that that band was able to grab multiple parts of the crowds.
Oh yeah.
People that didn't like metal so much, but they liked rock, they liked a little bit of heavy rock. Boom, it fits right in their ear space, right? Yeah. And then even the metalheads would love it too, because why? Going to a Ghost concert meant you got laid. There were so many, you cannot tell me, and I haven't even been there, but I've seen the videos. Shit tons of chicks in the crowd. You can't tell me that wasn't a place to get some booty. Come on. So metal guys that were into the extreme stuff were like, sure, I can get down with this. Hey, if you got some upside down crosses, I'm cool with that.
They even did a little bit, it sort of sounded like a pop rock almost with 7 Inches of Satanic Panic. With that EP, it almost went back to, felt like 60s rock almost, but it still had that metal feel to it, with Kiss the Goat and Mariana Crossi.
Which the Christians thought that was a song that was written for them.
I remember reading that.
Nope.
Tobias just thought that was hilarious.
Of course he did. I mean, who would have thought? I mean, they are kind of mindless sheep. I mean, you know what I mean? But you know what? And that's cool, King. No big deal. He says he never got into Ghost, but you can respect it, right?
Oh, yeah.
I don't know who can't, because I don't think there's anybody else that could have done it this way and made it a success. Let's see here. Britney Spears is the most metal, as she had to save her soul just to make money because she sucks. What? I don't ever remember Britney Spears doing any metal, but if you got a copy of it, let us hear it. King says, I remember watching the Fuse channel. Yeah, there was some good stuff going on there too, because once, MTV literally cut it. Yeah. They were the only game in town.
Oh, absolutely. And just, it's just,
if I remember correctly,
it's just, to me, it's really sad in a way that they don't put more of that heavy metal music on the airwaves, on the radio. I remember I called a radio station. It was a hard rock radio station, and I asked, I think I asked them if they could play Marilyn Manson, and they said, "Oh, we don't play heavy metal."
And Manson actually wasn't. I mean, at one point you could really consider him metal. But that was kind of at the time that metal was willing to accept something that wasn't so aggressive.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? It didn't have those fast tempos. It didn't have super fast double bass drumming. You didn't have tremolo picking. What you had was the sound of pain. And so great, by the way, Marilyn out there, Mr. Warner, sir. You are doing a fantabulous job. Keep it up.
Absolutely.
Because we're getting ready for the big Rob Zombie and Marilyn Manson tour.
Yeah.
How about that?
Yeah.
Never thought we'd see it again.
I hope they. I know they're coming to Pine Knob here in Michigan in September, so I'm going to try hard to go see that.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right, King. Manson is from
Absolutely.
Canton, Ohio, which was literally 5 minutes from where I grew up.
Really?
So I, about 25 years ago, I met him and let's see, I believe it was Madonna Wayne Gacy and Twiggy. I met the three of them because I had a goth bar in Cleveland, Ohio. And when they were there playing, they stopped by and had some fun.
Nice. I mean, I bet that was just.
That was during Annie
Crowd. I was going to say, that's just a story you can tell for the rest of your, undead life, in Maryland.
I got so many fucking stories, man. It's unreal. I don't know. I sometimes feel like I've lived a billion lives.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, yeah, for sure. On the real, though, I used to rock Power Man 5000 when I was younger. Yeah, for sure.
They're really good.
Hell yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, King, I'm from motherfucking Jackson Township, just outside of Massillon, Ohio. I was there until I was 44 years old, and then I moved to Nebraska.
Oh, nice.
There we go. More info about me, but damn it, let's get to the story at hand because we were just talking about Ghost. Guess who is closing the door? Holy shit balls. We never thought that we would see this.
Yeah, it's just when I saw it, it was definitely a shock, just because they've been touring so long, doing back-to-back albums. And
yeah, that's the thing. There was never any signs of slowing down for them.
Yeah, and it's just like it seemed, especially after the movie Right Here, Right Now, it seemed to escalated even more.
I need to see that too.
It was really, I got to see it in the theater, and then I did get it on DVD. It felt like you were actually at the Ghost concert. Like it was. Yeah.
So you saw the non-stripped down show, right? You got to see the full-on blasphemous. Because as I understood, they had two different versions of the show.
Yes, they had. Actually, I saw the one on the DVD that has two different versions where you can watch just the concert, and then you can watch where he's backstage and he's talking with people, stuff like that.
Oh, yeah.
Sort of doing the storyline to invoke the next version of Papa, so
makes sense.
It sort of led into it that this version was going to be passed and then go into the next version of Papa. So,
which is interesting because, he says that he has nothing planned beyond the run, that stepping away might be exactly what he needs. According to Metal Injection, he says all of the above, he said, when asked about hobbies and downtime. I have my family, duh, of course. Everybody knows that. I've got 2 kids, a wife of 15 years. I've definitely come to the point where not only do I physically and mentally needs to be home simply because they're 17. They're not going to be around for an aeon. He's got teenagers and they're about to probably fucking graduate. I can understand that because you got to remember the Ghost has been relentlessly touring for years. It almost seemed like they were always out. And if he wasn't doing that, he's in the studio and they're doing singles, all that shit. Go ahead.
It's just with Ghost and that, it's even with they didn't even have, from my recollection of the past few tours, no opening acts. It was all them, so like, can you imagine just performing like it was like 20 song set lists, and then you get guitar solos and you get drum solos and just nonstop day in, day out. You're definitely a well-deserved break, but would definitely be missed.
Oh, for real. Yeah, definitely deserves a break.
Can't even imagine going to school and saying your dad's saying your dad's Papa Emeritus from Ghost, Imagine
absolutely.
Imagine that graduation ceremony.
Right. As a parent, you don't want to miss that. But you know, we saw what happened with Ozzy, though. You know, he didn't do anything. He couldn't physically do anything for 6 years. And it drove him mad. He wanted to get back to touring so bad. So I wonder, because as a performer, I've never really known any big names, especially like Tobias Forge and Ghost, where if he just suddenly drops it and steps out, how do we know that he's not going to be like, yep, it's time to bring him back? You know what I mean?
It seemed like right when Ozzy stopped, you know, because of health issues and different things, he
rest in power.
Absolutely rest in power. You know, just still can't believe he's gone. And it's just
the world ain't ever going to get over that.
Oh no, absolutely. And it's just, I remember when he did stop, it seemed like just right from that beginning, before he was able to do Patient Number 9 and do some touring, that he was just itching to get back in.
Yeah. That was the only thing that saved him during those 6 years, is the fact that he did Patient Number 9 and Ordinary Man. So, absolutely. You know, and here's another thing. I thought this was very, very eloquent. Forge said, describing the all-consuming nature of leading Ghost with a vivid metaphor. Imagine you being a house builder and you draw up houses, great ideas, but you're also doing the permits and you're also doing the tiles and you're building everything and you're sewing up all that shit and putting it all together. I don't simply have an idea. I'm out of tiles. I'm out of wood and I just don't have it. So, I mean, their whole thing has always been bent on storytelling. Every album was a story. So if he just doesn't have it, like he's out of ideas, he is the mastermind. But you know what, though? He always did one thing he should have never done.
What's that?
Not letting any of the faceless have input.
Absolutely. Yep. And
now, don't you think it would have been easier to get some input from some of the guys in your band that obviously know what the songs are about, the whole thing, everything? You're not, you know, you're not going to rely on any of them. I mean, the greats of all time have done that, where they've had a group, you know, otherwise it would have been called the Tobias Forge Show, you know what I mean? Or Papa Show, you know what I mean?
Just, you know, I mean, you can do it all. I mean, you can do it all yourself if you want, and there's nothing wrong with that.
Dude, it's going to exhaust you.
It's going to exhaust you. You're going to be running on fumes many, many nights. And just like, well, like with Ozzy and Ordinary Man and Patient Number 9, he let Tony Iommi and Taylor Hawkins write their parts. You know, he let them do the beats. He let them, you know, write the riffs, you know, and I mean, there's nothing wrong with Tobias doing these songs and writing the songs himself, but I definitely got to get some input, especially from your band.
You would think so. But I mean, we've covered it on this show over the years about how these guys are nothing more than considered hired guns for the Ghost band. He writes it all, and they don't have any copyright claims to any of it.
Yeah, it's because that's you know, they're just called the Ghouls. Their nameless Ghouls.
That's right.
There's no telling them, like, even when Ghost does autograph signings, the only signature you get is Tobias says, and they have the rings and dip them in the hot wax and put them, you know, you don't get the signature, you know?
Yeah, which is really fucking unfortunate. But, you know, so in a way, I'm kind of like, yeah, I don't really feel bad for you, dude, because you're the one who masterminded the whole thing and took no one's help.
Yes.
You didn't invite your band to feel like they were part of the band. It's like, nope, you show up, you play your parts on the record, then we go out and tour, you throw the fucking mask on, nobody knows your name, but you're up there rocking.
Yes.
That's kind of wild to me.
It is.
But, you know, like I said, though, well, here's another thing, though. The singer revealed also 2 film projects.
Oh, okay.
So in development and was recording another album with a different project just before heading out on the current tour. Oh, wow. He's already bettering up with another band. What the fuck? This guy's a monster.
It's like, especially if those band members that are in Ghost right now have been with him for years.
And I'm pretty sure a lot of them have been.
I can't even imagine the reaction when he said we're going to stop and then I'm going to go do my own thing. These guys could, they're going to find other jobs, but they're pretty much out of a job right at the end of the tour, until they can get back, find a record label, find another band, and pretty much almost all the big bands have their musicians,
it's like, what the fuck are these guys gonna do?
Yeah, absolutely. Especially if they don't have copyright or royalties or anything.
That's right. So does all that stop? Because the music is never not gonna be listened to. But I interviewed the former bass player of the first lineup of Ghost. I did an interview with, oh my God, it's back in 2022, which you can see on Reaper's Underground YouTube channel. He went by the name Priest.
Okay.
It's a side project, very dark, still very gimmicky, but seems to be doing well in Europe, and he's been to America as well. But he literally said he had to go through therapy once suddenly Tobias walks into the dressing room and says, "You're done."
Wow.
He's like, "What the fuck do I do now?" Because the only money he was making was through touring and shit like that.
Yeah,
and once that money's gone, it's gone.
I just can't even imagine that initial reaction. What's going to go through your mind? I'm sure shock. Underlying fear. Especially if that's how you make your income, you make your career, your money based off this.
That's right. Just to get to a couple of quick things here over in the comment section. Wonderful Demons and Addicts, love you. King says, how about Sharon wanting to revive Ozfest? Honestly, my personal opinion, best way to honor the Prince of Darkness is legacy, and probably the easiest way to do it. And then have some of the, Ozzy's friends that he has toured with, helped get them to where they are today, let them headline the thing, and always change it in and out and give newer bands a platform. I think that would be great.
Definitely with.
Hey, what's up, David?
Definitely with Ozfest. I was listening. Speaking of Ozfest, I got a CD of it, and I was playing it in my car the other day. But I definitely think, having Ozzy's friends, reviving it and having them headline. But how I would do it if I were Sharon or the ones heading Ozfest, have his friends, have Zach Sabbath, have even the remaining members of Black Sabbath, have them headline it.
Let them do it. And then newer artists that were influenced by Ozzy or that Ozzy loved. Right. They used to. Used to do. Breaking all those new bands.
And Marilyn Manson could be there. You never know. Rob Zombie.
I'm sure he would. I'm sure they would both do it.
Ozzy absolutely loved Slipknot. He wanted to be the 10th member, so Slipknot could be,
if it wasn't for Ozzy, it wouldn't be where they are. I can tell you that.
Absolutely.
Let's see. As part of that, she says, I'm not big on that Youngblood. And he would probably headline. Well, here's the thing. If Youngblood, and I've been saying it now ever since Ozzy basically passed him the torch, I said, have him do a heavy record and people will like him. I'm telling you that right now, because fuck all these collaborations he keeps doing, which is probably going to hurt his career and not help it, to be perfectly honest. He needs to do a heavy record. Because right now, people in the press, they're like, "Oh, you're the next Ozzy, huh?" There's nothing. The kid drinks and all that stuff. That's fine. That's great. But guess what? Ozzy was much more than that.
Yeah,
he was way more.
It's way beyond.
You don't get called the Prince of Darkness if you were playing pop rock.
Yeah, and it's just we're gonna have and it's not trashing Youngblood in any way, but like
no, he's got a fantastic
he's gonna headline.
voice.
He's got a good voice, he's got a good sound, but that heavy album would do him wonders. And like you're gonna have him say if he does headline Ozfest, he's gonna sing Fleabag. It's like sing a heavier song. I mean, it's a good song.
It would be a great way to prove the critics wrong.
Yeah, and and just it would do him wonders to do heavier stuff, but he definitely needs to get away from collaborations. Nothing wrong with collaborations, but it seems like everything he's been doing as of late, it's like, well, he's been pushing with Steven Tyler, and then he did with Billy Corgan, and it's nothing wrong with it, but I want to see him
stand on his own,
because like especially since Ozzy did this passing of the torch, gave him his cross, it's like I want to see him do something heavy. It would do. He's got the
person to do it. Is if he does the record with Zakk Wylde.
Absolutely. Just
Zakk Wylde has still enough gas in the tank to go another 20 years.
He does.
So start doing some records with him, and I'm telling you, suddenly Youngblood will be someone to look up to in the metal community.
Absolutely.
Because just because he sang Changes so well and was such a great arrangement, damn it, you got to have the right musicians to make it happen.
You do, and it's just because at that concert, like every artist is good in ways, but that was the best of the best with musicians and artists. Ozzy didn't just go willy-nilly with picking people. That was the best right there at that.
No, he had to sift through all kinds of stuff.
Absolutely. And like when you said with Zakk Wylde, like, I mean, like an example with Zakk Wylde, Black Veil Brides, they had their own good
Black Label.
And Black Label. And then with the band Black Veil Brides, they did a song with Zakk Wylde on guitar.
Oh.
And
now I see the connection.
That just skyrocketed their career, it seemed, because it's like these guys got Zakk Wylde on a song,
It would take about 6 or 7 dump trucks to hold that guy's balls. For real. Zakk is a riffing machine. He's a great singer himself.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So, he would be the one to do it with. That's my opinion.
Like he's great with Pantera too. I mean,
he was Dime's best friend.
Yeah, I mean, and he's the one. I mean, Dimebag, rest in power, but Zakk Wylde was the way to go with that.
Definitely.
To have him
there was no other choice.
No, absolutely not. And Zakk Wylde still pays tribute to Dimebag every show. It's he's not like, I'm not here to replace Dimebag. Yep. I'm just here to carry that torch for him.
That's right. Speaking of legends, this one hurts. Iron Maiden announces the final Run for Your Lives tour, and it will last. Now, this is crazy. We're talking about dudes that are in their fucking 70s, for hell's sake. And they're going to tour until 2028. Woo! Talk about what a way to go out. I think that they're kind of doing the same thing Dave Mustaine and Megadeth is doing. We want to give one final epic run, go all around the world, because that's what you're going to do in 2 fucking years of touring.
Yeah.
Just to be able to say goodbye. Not everyone's going to get a chance like Ozzy did to say goodbye to the entire world in front of him and the millions and millions watching around the world via the internet.
Yeah. And it's with Iron Maiden, because I know they've just been nominated to be as nominees for the Rock and Roll.
Yes, they're up for the Rock and Roll Hall.
Well, I honestly,
why did they wait till they're
I was
fucking
just about to say why
old?
they wait so long. Like same thing with Ozzy. They waited until 2024, and it's 1 year after. Like he should have gotten in way before that.
Oh, absolutely. Oh shit, they did it to Journey as well. They got in super late. All these bands, these great bands from the 70s, super, super late. And it's like, okay, and now we've waited long enough to let Iron Maiden in. It's like, who makes these decisions?
It's crazy. with that Iron Maiden tour, that is, I bet they probably were thinking, just let's do it like how we used to. It's just let's
as best we can,
as best we can.
Falling down.
Absolutely. I mean, hey, look, AC/DC still going. Same there.
Dude, I don't know about that band. That band, I think, literally is one of those bands that's just going to go until the wheels fall off. I mean, the Rolling Stones especially has proven that you can continue to do it even when you need a walker. But, there is no shame that if you're still going to perform for us, sit in a chair. Ozzy did it. Phil Collins did it. Not that Phil Collins is metal, but if that's what it takes, and because it's hard to give up the sound of a roaring crowd and connecting with people.
Mm-hmm.
That's tough.
It is, and with I remember I saw someone say about the chair that Ozzy sat in, the dark throne that he sat in. They were like,
beautiful.
That it's beautiful, and they were like that needs to be, and they were like, that needs to be in a museum, needs to be in the Smithsonian. Even they were just like,
Oh yeah, I would definitely be careful who you give that to. For
absolutely,
sure.
Like
they must be worthy.
Like two of my friends went to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame for their first anniversary, and they sent me pictures, and it was Ozzy's sunglasses and one of Ozzy's coats, and I was just
one with the crosses. I think I literally just seen that. And that was donated.
Mm-hmm. And I remember they told me they just felt so emotional and choked up seeing it in there, especially since the Prince of Darkness is no longer with us.
I think you can feel the energy.
Yeah. And
I would imagine.
Even on the records and the CDs and everything, the videos, his energy, it seems to just flow through into you.
What's up, Kyler? Yeah, absolutely it does.
Mm-hmm.
But I can tell you who I'm glad to see go out. I did a dumpster dance when I heard about this one. It tickled me pink, as I'm sure it will most of you all in the Black Flame universe as well. Metallica announces Life Burns Faster residency at Las Vegas, where every musician goes to die. And finally, Lars will go with them. We'll never have to listen to any more of that bastard. I'm sorry. Fuck Lars. James, I have respect for. Robert Petrillo.
Absolutely.
Most definitely. Kirk Hammett, man, I'm sorry. I could take him or leave him, but Lars is the one that must go. And hopefully it'll be a particular dry evening and the lights will burst and suddenly drop sparks and he'll go up like a petticoat. So I was very excited to hear that. Definitely.
It's just I do same here. I have respect for James and all of them, but it's like
James definitely, man.
He has such a great sound. Even today, it's just
even though he changed, even though he cheaped out and got bad info from Bob the Cock Rock, producer of the Black Album. Load and Reload and all that. That's who was responsible for those records.
Yeah.
But the fact also Cliffy on those first four records, Cliff Burton, I could never totally hate the band, but Lars I hate with a passion. And I'm pretty sure a lot of people share that with me.
I share it with you. I completely agree.
Oh my goodness. And if anyone watched that Some Kind of Monster, that probably cinched it for you. If the whole, Napster thing didn't piss you off.
Yeah, that was the nail in the coffin right there. That was
Some Kind of Monster where he's so coked out he can't even play drums.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember.
Whoa. Does anyone remember his Eminem looking haircut?
Oh my God.
He bleached his hair Eminem's hair color.
It's like, what was he thinking with that?
Just awful. No problem, Kyler. You can definitely play games. Just make sure you're listening to us too. Especially because, damn it, we got 2 releases we want to talk about. I'm going to go ahead and let Brother Crow here tell you guys about the latest Rob Zombie.
So Rob Zombie, he came out with a new album, The Great Satan, and I've heard some of it already. It's amazing in my opinion. It reminds you, like, especially Heathen Days really. It reminds me of White Zombie, early Rob Zombie days. Like, for me, it gives me that feel, and I just feel that that's one of the best tracks on that album, and I'm just, it's so cool getting to see Rob Zombie still release these albums and these singles and the music videos, and just you definitely got to.
It almost seems like he's come full circle. Nothing against Johnny Five. I love Johnny Five, and I feel Johnny Five is exactly where he needs to be, playing with Motley Poo at the moment, because let's face it, that's a great gig for him. And but if you notice the big difference between that era of Rob Zombie with Johnny Five and this era with a brand new, fresh fucking band.
And there is a big difference. I mean, there's a big difference in sound, and like in ways I felt Heathen Days went really hard on breakdowns and stuff like that. It seemed the guitar sounded a little harsher, which was good, and I definitely really enjoy Heathen Days. Definitely check that out.
Heathen Days is great. Punks and Demons is my favorite track.
That's that is a very close second. And
hell yeah. Josh wanted to say to you, he says, I'm going to the show at the Pine Knob this year, brother.
Okay.
Maybe we will run into each other, and if so, we can say we were not there. Sorry, bad day. Show.
Yeah, hopefully I can make it out there, and hopefully we do.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, damn. Josh saw Ozzy in his prime, man. He was there at the Pine Knob in 1981. So that was him fresh with the first album, The Blizzard.
Blizzard of Oz.
And then rolling into The Diary of a Madman. So damn, that's cool. That's history.
Can you just imagine the energy of the crowd? Can you just imagine being there, seeing Ozzy's prime right there? And
like a party with Bacchus,
It's just, I would kill to be doing that, to be back there in 81, see him right off the Blizzard of Oz,
A lot of bad haircuts, but you probably would have saw a lot of boobs too. That was Ozzy concerts, man. They loved him and they went wild for him.
They did. Mm-hmm.
But back to Rob Zombie, man. Some of the things y'all need to know if you have not given The Great Satan a listen just yet. Kind of piggybacking off of what Crow said there, definitely those stomping beats again. Yeah. This is the Rob Zombie that we remember, his big anthemic kind of just really pounding down with his words. His voice has never sounded better. And honestly, as old as he is, he looks awesome, man.
He does,
He really
and
does.
he seems like, especially in some of the music videos I've seen of late with Rob, he's just enjoying himself, and you can tell that.
Reminds me of the old White Zombie.
It does,
as well.
That's especially the vibe I get from the videos, and it seems like he's enjoying. It's like a kid. I described it like it's like a kid on Halloween. It's just he seemed to enjoy himself, and that you can definitely see that in the video. And I know he enjoyed this album.
Yes, Kyler. As a matter of fact, the Yaz are back.
Mm-hmm.
So it's time to break out your shot glasses or your beer cans, and every time he says "yeah" in one of these tunes, take a drink, damn it.
It is definitely going to be a very spirit-filled album,
Oh, definitely. And it is spooky. I do feel you know, he's doing everything black and white, which is bad fucking ass. I love seeing videos in black and white because I mean it fits him. It fits him so well. And he's got a really cool fucking song on there too called In 1984 or This is 1984. So, you know, you're getting some like his history type stuff.
Yeah. And
pointing out certain things from his, you know, entire, you know, being, you know, you know, growing up and stuff. So a lot of relatable shit. Because for a minute there, we thought maybe he was smoking too much weed and, you know, you get, you know, fucking in the back of a UFO.
Yeah. And it's, even like when you said about with the black and white videos, even like black and white with the album cover, you know, I mean, that to me, that album cover is just, it's right there. It's in your face and it's in the best way, you know, it's just it. And I love black and white photos and black and white videos. And
definitely.
Rob just did an amazing job with these videos and with these photos, you know, and
I mean, he is, you know, a director. He's an accomplished.
He's gonna
know how to come out good.
he does the music video and then he always goes around, looks at the footage, and let's do that again. Goes back around, starts singing again.
I feel like he's kind of like going back to his roots, really, because I mean, White Zombie started in the '80s, people. So, you know, the fact that, you know, he's kind of just reminiscing, that's, you know, whether you want to believe it or not, that's what happens when you get older. I'm almost half a century this year. I will be 50, 25. And you start looking back at some of those fond memories. So definitely check this out. The Great Satan, out now.
Rob Zombie's The Great Satan. The new album with over 12 new killer tracks. Get Rob Zombie's The Great Satan out now.
Ooh,
just
goosebumps. That's why I'm like, damn, I really want to catch this show because
me too.
I think it's gonna be fucking sick. I really do.
And just to hear him do those songs live, you know, that's going to be just, you know, he's going to do The Great Satan live, and that's just going to be amazing.
That's funny. King said, when I saw Three from Hell in the theater, it said he was a porn director. No, he's just got a very warped sense of horror.
Absolutely. I mean,
that's how we got Halloween 1 and 2. I mean, it's
I don't even think they showed Three from Hell where I was because it was there. Like none of the at least
I think it got censored in certain
it
places.
Did. Like at least
like, we ain't gonna show this shit.
Yeah, they were like, nope.
I mean, that was a rough ride, that one.
Yeah,
but I absolutely love Richard Brake's character in that. A psycho that loves his work. There's a lot to be said there.
Absolutely.
Now, the next band that we're going to be talking about also has just released a new single, which I think we're super close to the album coming out. And of course, it is some European black metal-y goodness by a band known as Belphegor. When I say this is one of those black metal bands that just when you thought it couldn't get darker, and then Belphegor does it. They've had a few times where they've had a hard time getting into the country. Go figure, because obviously they are blasphemous and they don't give a fuck. They just don't. But I mean, they are one of the quickest rising black metal bands currently, blending, I would say, traditional black metal, but with not the recording style.
Yeah.
But more brutal vocals. So you'll get some highs, you'll get some of that witch scream, but it's mostly going to be guttural. And the traditional tremolo picking and blast beating and gravity blasting. You're getting everything with this band. Have you ever heard of them, Crow Hendrix?
I have heard of them. I'm looking forward to hearing their new stuff. Just that, as you described, couldn't have put it in any better words. Just that, that sound is just, honestly, it gave me goosebumps the first time I heard them. You know what I mean? Just,
well, it's kind of like this. It's one of the oh, shit. Who was I just thinking about? Behemoth was the first to break out of that traditional black metal shell.
Absolutely.
That so many bands in Europe, especially Norway and Russia and Germany is also, they're mixing their tempos now. Mm-hmm. And I think it makes it even creepier way, so that it's not just all the way through the fucking song. You're getting, shots of it here and there mixed in with some doom, like black and doom, kind of like breakdowns and stuff. They're quite a handsome duo.
They are, yeah. And like that's what I like about that mix up. It's there's nothing wrong with going straight down the line with this, same sound, same beat, on that song. It's just it's a very nice change up, and and especially when I first heard it, it was amazing, and especially first time hearing Behemoth, first time ever hearing Behemoth same way, And
well, yeah, it's like the reason they got so big, it took them almost 15, almost 20 years to really be recognized as a big band, which is why, once The Satanist came out, that was the first record for them where they were taken more seriously because it wasn't that onslaught of, I can't understand what you're saying. Everything, the way it's mixed, it sounds disjointed and crazy. They brought some of the, the keys down, and it's more like instrument band driven. And, you can absolutely understand every word that's coming out of Nurgle's mouth. So I think a lot of these other black metal bands are kind of taking that, but still finding a way to make it even darker. Especially with their latest single known as Scarlet Beast Leviathan. It is a thing of beauty. And you were talking about that great black and white way of filming, the grittiness, the graininess in a music video that makes it just seem so like crazy. Crazy, scary, crazy good. Well, check this out. So drony, and it reeks despair and misery.
And that's what, that's the way to do it. And
I'm telling you, man, this band is going to be the next big thing. Because you got Watain kind of going to the wayside. They were around for 30 years, they were the newest and biggest and brightest, right? Now Belphegor is coming in with like fucking Thor's hammer going, here we are, and we're taking this shit over.
Oh, absolutely.
At least in my opinion.
And it's
nothing against all the greats that are still doing it. Dark Funeral and so many other fantastic black metal bands that are doing more doom style records. But Belphegor is the real deal, and they're not afraid to tell you. They don't even believe in wearing inverted crosses. They just have a big old Jesus that hangs on the chain upside down. That's a lot of balls right there. That's a lot. So definitely, if you're looking for something super heavy that you want to listen to, that's going to take you on this dark journey into the abyss, get Belphegor's new album. If it hasn't already dropped, I haven't checked Spotify. So if I know everyone's got a Spotify or YouTube, if you want to check out the whole video, do that too. And they'll let you know when that album is going to drop.
And with the different mix up in black metal, like with that, it made me immediately think of this one band. Have you ever heard of its Infant Annihilator?
Oh yeah.
I mean, just like
we know Infant.
And it's like when they did the song Blasphemian, you know, and it was just 8 minutes of just that it was just a change up, you know. It was just like, I mean, the video for it alone says, you know, it's just,
that's awesome.
It's an awesome video, and it does that. It's in your face, then you get the, you know, the witch screams, and you get the guttural screams, and then it goes into a real, almost like a heartbeat of a riff, you know, and then the drum, and then it goes right back into it, you know. It reminded me of that when you're talking about Belphegor. And
oh no, definitely no, I would put them in that same conversation.
Yeah, absolutely. It's just so many great black metal bands, death metal bands, just so many great ones, you know, one from mainstream ones all the way to independent ones, you know, just.
And I think the ones that do get kind of mainstreamed are there by accident.
Absolutely.
It's not like they planned it. You know, because for those guys, they just want to play to big audiences.
Yeah.
You never saw Abbott going around the United States, you know what I mean, to catch him, and he's a legend, you know, of black metal. Only way to catch him is over in Europe. So it's like, you know, these guys, Belphegor has come to the U.S. They have played the U.S. Like I said, a couple times. I guess they were on a list of some sort, but I think they're finding their way around it. So if you get a chance, check them the fuck out live, because it's a real religious experience. And of course, don't forget the great Rob Zombie on tour with Marilyn Manson. What's it called? The Freaks on Parade or something?
Freaks on Parade, yes. And supporting artists are going to be Orgy and The Who, but it's The Who, the Mongolian.
Right, the Mongolian, amazing fucking throat singing band.
Absolutely. You know, can you imagine seeing that live? So it's them, Rob Zombie and Marilyn Manson.
Dude, I think it was a fantastic idea. The only band I disagree with is Orgy.
And it's just definitely a great choice by Rob, you know, for doing with The Who. I mean, it fits like that, and it will definitely help get, even though The Who is well known with this Mongolian metal band, it will get them that exposure with Rob Zombie's fan base.
Exactly.
You know, and it's just like, you know, I mean, like I could even see if Rob Zombie ever does another horror movie or anything like that, I'm sure he'd use them, you know, use them for tracking, you know.
Sure, absolutely. I could see them being in some kind of like a ritualistic,
like that throws thing, like having a bunch of druids or cult members around just doing that chant, you know, Cradle of Filth.
Cradle of Filth, yes, but with their current issues, I don't think they're going to be doing much in the future until that court case is settled out between their former supporting vocalist and her husband, who was the long-standing lead guitar player of the band. Once they get that figured out and regrouped, hopefully, you know, I would have liked to have seen them on this show. I think they would have been a great fit.
Oh, I think so too. And I remember, even if it was just Danny, you know, with Danny Filth, but, you know, Cradle of Filth does have a really good sound, you know, especially I really like.
Absolutely.
I still especially play, you know, as they say, vintage Cradle of Filth. I play the classic Cradle of Filth, the hits, you know, what made them the Cradle of Filth we know today,
Mm-hmm.
like, a lot of, I remember, because I know Danny's done some collaborations with different artists and duos.
Oh yeah, he has. For sure.
I really enjoyed his, it was a surprising collaboration, but I enjoyed his collaboration with Twisted, and when he did Neon Vamp. And because when Twisted did an album,
I'm actually not aware of that one.
Yeah,
That is
you
very
definitely gotta check it out. It's because it was Twisted, because Twisted was doing a bunch of the rap duo was doing a bunch of collaborations at the time. So they did something with Spencer Charnas from Ice Nine Kills,
right.
And then, but the Danny Filth collaboration with Neon Vamp was surprisingly good in my opinion. It was because I was like, rap and Danny Filth, I don't know how it's gonna be. I didn't know how it would translate, but it sounds really good. And and the video for it's awesome. It's they did black and white with some blood splatter in it, of course. And
oh well, sure, gotta have that. The more blood, the better.
Oh, absolutely. But definitely, check that out if you haven't yet. I think it was a really good track.
Definitely worth checking out. Shoot, I even would have took October Noir. I think they should have gave a band that's still rising to a very good height, and that carries basically the torch of Typo Negative. Yes. I think that band would have been perfect to go on this show. You're going to have a predominant goth crowd. You
are.
You can't tell me that's not who's going to show up.
And even if not with not with Rob Zombie, you're gonna get it with Marilyn Manson.
Oh, big time. I mean, he's the Pale Emperor. Come on.
Absolutely. I mean, it's just like that would have been a great addition to that tour.
I agree.
Completely. And
hell yeah.
Especially because you're gonna get horror fans, rock fans, goth fans. You're gonna get all walks of life on this tour.
That's right, because they may have been a fan when they first saw him and lost touch, but here he is back again. We are in the era of nostalgia, as they say.
I remember I was at school and I had a Rob Zombie. It was a shirt. It was the Hellbilly Deluxe shirt, and they were like, Rob Zombie does music. And I was like, yes, he was a singer before he became a director. And they were like,
yeah, I could see how they were like, they were get confused.
Yeah, they were like, well, we got to go check him out. They got to see him live, and they were like, he's amazing. And
there's not too many people, too many generations that don't know Living Dead Girl by this point, or Dragula.
I especially love, and it's I really love his song House of a Thousand Corpses.
It's a good one.
It's just
not I like how it's heart, though.
Yeah. It's just I like how it just sort of is like he's talking almost, and then it goes into him to the breakdown of it, with the drums and the guitar. It's just it's perfect for a horror film.
Definitely. Mm-hmm. That's right. Morty is unearthed and ready to sin, apparently, and I hope all of you are, because coming up next in 15 short minutes, it is time to sin, and it is time to celebrate the great indulgence of life with us on the goddamn program, full of all brand new fuckery for all of you. To come have fun, let your hair down, or lack thereof. However you do it, we're going to definitely bust your guts this evening. So join us on the goddamn program coming up. Crow Hendricks, man, thank you so much for stepping in for Brother Defiler, so that we could get the metal news out to people. Always appreciate you, man. And again, everybody out there in the Black Flame universe, you can see both of us in 2 upcoming films. One of them being Not There Too, by the great Josh Wynn, who's been lurking out in the comments section, as well as I believe you're doing Rotten to the Core as well.
Absolutely. Yes, I'm going to be playing Jackson, the innkeeper of the abandoned insane asylum.
Exactly. So awesome. Great fucking show. And we will definitely see you in about 15 minutes. And don't forget, demons, crank that shit up every chance you get, whether it's to face the day, face the work week. Nothing like metal brings us all together and gives us a reason to keep fighting the good fight. And always stay heavy.
Thank you for joining us on Rebirth Underground. Stay tuned for more from